versus Nimba County. Have a foul against them. Into Nimba's half. It claims he's been fouled there by Momo Blamo. Claims he's been touched by Auguste Malba.
The referee isn't interested, so we start them with goal kick.
Malba's long ball forward. There hasn't been much creativity and not just in this game on the floor. We haven't seen those transitions, those creativities and brilliant sort of moves. Not much we've seen in the first 15 minutes, so to speak, in this game. First quarter. Serious challenged, but he still has that move.
I think the flare is going to go offside as Lincoln Lloyd tries to make that overlapping run forward from fullback position, and Margibi trying to transition so quickly tilled, and Momo Blamo has been adjudged guilty of committing a foul.
Yeah, Blamo commits a foul, and the referee will allow play to continue in favor of Nimba County. Remember, Ezekiel Vani, and they got 3 Nimba players. He couldn't connect to any of them. Play will continue. Leno is looking for Hammer, and he lost it. And it's still goalless here with 15 minutes going to the first 45 minutes. Live from the Samuel Kaindo Sports Complex is still goalless.
Auguste Malba, they're called in for calm amongst his players. He doesn't go wrong as you predict. And for the moment, Nimba are playing kickball, Malba squaring the ball to Ezekiel Leno.
Yeah, and Ezekiel Leno goes on the right side to Lloyd. Is it? Yeah. Mabandi. See Josiah. Challenge, foul committed, but the referee will play an advantage.
Yeah, good referee.
James Tapper drifts deep, gets a return from Keita. He's into the box. Tapper, and it's cleared. For the first time in this game, we have a
Tapet here was so quiet in the opening stages, but he gets so heavily involved, the captain. Like Theo said, he comes very deep, drifts down, picks up possession, returns, he will play the pass and goes for the return. He sees out the ball, take a shot, it's been blocked, but then the fullback done so well. Hammond, forward from fullback position, produces a left-footed cross, and Josiah C doesn't score often, but he scores for his second goal in this competition. In the last 3 matches, he has played to head at the back post behind the goalkeeper. One day, now here is a chance for Hammer. Yeah. He did so well, putting twice power under pressure. He keeps it in play. And he had Nimba come and give a Keita. Wow.
To use his foot, or did he need to put his body across the ball right there?
That's why you should have done.
He needed to put his body across the ball to save Margibi on that occasion. He didn't do it. The decision did not come, and he just lost it. Nimba have lost themselves ahead in this game with a lot of intensity and purpose. 1-0 the lead. 10 minutes gone at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Margibi will have to chase this game, and they know they have to chase it.
Still a long way to go, Theo. But Nimba will be happy that they are in front. So Nimba lead, and they are keeping possession in their own half. This is Intel Sports live on SKD. Josiah CA head up at the back post. Took a dip on the ground before nestling in behind Terry Collins' goal to give Margibi or Nimba the lead. So they have possession. James Tapper takes the shot through in the path for Keita. Chance to make it 2-0. And it is 2-0 from close range. Who else? Josiah C again, the captain, steps up on the big movement. Bounces on Keita's cross inside the right channel and stops in the ball from under 4 yards out. Nimba 2, Margibi 0. It's almost game over.
It's almost game over for Nimba, for Margibi County. Nimba are rolling all over the place. Margibi County, look at this. Poor defending right there is a throw-in. It is not an offside. And it's watch this defending. And it's poor defending right there. They saw the ball cutting across the face of post. They needed to. And it's an emergency meeting right there. Margibi, last time they were here, in the form, in the way on the form, we complain about it against Great Crew. They didn't score goals. Now when the matches go to score goals, they've lost it. Take a look, Teddy Collins.
Yeah.
But you keep blaming on this one because the ball is beating everybody in that defense. It gets a crossing, and it is Keita who is there. Take a look at this.
Yeah, Keita with the cross. But look at James Tapper. The entire Margibi defense are caught sleeping. And Tapper takes the throw very quickly. And Keita crosses the ball. And they are all sleeping. The back four of Margibi are all sleeping. I mean, nobody picks up Keita. Nobody picks up Josiah C. He gets a second of the night. Second for Nimba. He thrive in Monrovia in this year's competition. Big hill Margibi have got to claim. They throw but 2 goals to 0. They need miracle. Miracle is what Margibi need.
Maybe the miracles will come, but you can't say when it's going to come.
We'll hope and wait and see what is going to happen, but a quarter of the game played uncharacteristically. I mean, is that the complexion of a game you will get in the semi-final after we had a very slow start? Margibi and truly Nimba has struck twice in the space of 4 minutes or so. Now Margibi with the long ball. Leonard is there. He's been headed away by a blue shirt of Nimba. Lynch, cut out, couple of green shirts around, he's still with possession. Lynch pulls on the play, invites the left by Hammond picks up Keita, who set up goal number 2 for Nimba. And here is Hammond again. Hammond trying to look at the left one of Lynch. Running inside left channel, checks his wrong with his pink shoe, cross it back, Nibani. They'll go there and we're in a green jacket, step in to make a pass. Tapper was arriving. I think he arrived and let the ball ricochets off him and behind for a goal kick.
And Nimba are all over the place.
Yeah.
And Margibi will have to come back miraculously to save themselves and bring pride. Maybe 10 days come around. But Nimba are cautious because they saw their girls yet break it Mark County, and all of a sudden they lost it.
We need to send it out.
A message to them in this game, they will not so easily give this one away. They should be reminded of what happened a few minutes ago, maybe an hour ago in the game, the kickball game between their females and those of our Grand Mark County.
Free kick, Margibi. They must look for at least a goal to get back into this game. Frederick Dennis stays Akimbo. Kolibali is on the right hand side. He invites Kolibali. We're pushing the first time ball headed away by Margibi for some Mayanga around the deep toss. Shot has been blocked. Mayanga has been blocked again on the edge of the box. The Bani looking to find himself in the problem. And he goes back to the goalkeeper. Double with class into uncharted territory. Lynch doesn't keep it under control, but even Kolibali all one side of the play for a throw into Nimba. And they will be in no hurry to take it through Nimba. The lead by 2 goals to 0. Quite comfortable.
Yeah. The leader by 2 goals to 0 Nimba. And it is a game on hand.
Jericho saying, now for the first time, Margibi, the green shutter Margibi player is on the floor. What is happening with them? They've kind of concerned since we got on the road too.
Yeah.
I think it's Frederick Dennis again.
Frederick Dennis is on the floor.
It's the second time he's going to ground. Doesn't look fully fit. In a big game like this one, you want all your major players to be fit.
One wants to be standing up for you in a game like this, in a match like this, but
for the moment it doesn't look fit. Frederick Dennis, the big mountain midfielder, number 10 for Margibi. A little bit of handshake there from Ezekiel Leno, who gets past him. Dennis is walking parallel to the halfway line with a member of the medical team. Margibi, he will take treatment here. He will restart play. Nimba lead by 2 goals to 0. Nobody with a lone effort. But I think it comes off a green shirt. There's going to be a corner.
Somebody said they should not allow Nimba Margibi to crawl back in the next game and change things.
He's taking quickly and no green shirt picks it up. Tap that left foot. It's wide over the top and behind for a goal kick. Again, not for the first time.
He slipped right there.
That's it. That's the point.
No one pressing over. He takes the ball with his left foot. I said to say they've got nothing to fight for. Well, again.
Ezekiel Leno clears on the half volley in the path of Lynch. Lynch is in the offside position. Free kick to Margibi. Teddy, he called it, rolls the ball to one of 2 defensive partner. Forward ball. Free kick. Oh! He kicks the ball away from the scene. Some referee having yellow carded. Lincoln Lloyd. He has to be careful next time, Lincoln. Quickly taken. Margibi throws it right footed there. It comes off a blue shirt behind for a corner left touchline. Margibi needs some urgency.
They need some urgency. They need to score a goal before the end of the first half. Maybe that will rekindle their spirit to fight on, and do something better.
Taken towards the back post of a blue shirt again. Another corner, this time on the red touchline, not too far from our commentary stands. The scoreboard reads on 28 minutes, Nimba 2, Margibi 0. Margibi with another corner, which Frederick Dennis will take. It's an outswinger, right boost, headed away easily by Nimba on the play for a throw-in just about level with the red edge of the penalty area.
Then a tackle in this game will be very crucial.
Very, very crucial.
Nimba is done and dusted. If it goes to Margibi counter, it's game on. The spray will be lifted.
Quarterback's long through. I'm sorry, too. Quarterback cracks. Miscued entirely.
Yeah, it's missed.
And there's a goal kick.
And
the Margibi supporters, even inside the commentary box.
The Margibi supporters are just not furious. Yeah. Every batter for him is shaking to the core. I don't know if he's going to be able to give us some analysis and history as with respect to this game.
There's Howard, number 19, crossing is dreadful. Then picks up Menenga. Menenga has been roughed up possession. Matape, throw the ball forward, looking for Lynch. One-on-one situation where Costing. Lynch, opposite the bigger 3-0. He pulls it back. Tape, looks for his right foot, strikes it, it's in. 3-0, Nimba, game over. We played just half an hour inside SKD.
Clinical, classic, composed, very relaxed, very thoughtful, very purposeful for James Carter. Nimba are purposeful. They want to take this match to Nimba County. Margibi are broken down into pieces, and Nimba will have their day. It's easy to say they are into the finals, and I just say a tackle in this game because the Nimba County is going to test and take a look at that one.
I mean, Tape is just too massive in this competition. I mean, but you have to give credit again to Lynch to hold off Augustine Morba, who I thought was so poor on that occasion, to hold him off. I'm sorry, not Augustine Morba, but to hold off Lynch and put the ball in the path of James Tapper. I mean, credit to him. Yeah. And the finish is composed. He keeps the calm and his composure. I mean, he thinks on the first occasion, James Tapper, a little bit of dummy he produces there, a little bit of pressure. That's massive from the number 10 and skipper of Nimba. 3-0. Can Margibi come back?
Is on the rise after that girls took them against Blanket County. But the boys in the blue this afternoon and the SKDs was complex. Have really awakened that spirit. Nimba is working. Trust me, it is shaking. Where is Keita on the ball? He has it. They will take their time. They will push this ball around, recycle it.
I think it's free kick.
Because and the sun is foul. Keita is hurting the face.
Yeah, first yellow card of the night. It goes to Kolobali.
On the night goes to Kolobali. Nimba on the rise. Sunny Quillen. Top better. Whatsoever. It's noisy.
I don't know most of the times in Nimba. I'm so sorry. I cannot help you. Yeah, I don't know Ganta, Sunny Quillen. Yeah, then Ganta, then Sunny Quillen. Sunny is the capital, right?
Yeah.
Ganta more or less looks like the capital of Ganta. Is that because it has a three-way street?
It's well situated.
Yeah.
You pass through to head to East, Maryland, and then you also pass through to head outside to the Ivory Coast. So it's well situated. Yeah. It's a city that never sleeps.
Yeah. The first time I was there was back in 2008. You wouldn't believe. I mean, I had a wonderful time in Ganta, and I visited some places, you know. But I can't call all year, but Ganta had been a city close to my heart. I'm telling you, so true. I mean, I would say for the purpose of maybe you, not for our viewers.
In the out of Maryland County, when I was at Topper University, you know, Maryland happens to be my place where I come from. Trust me, in Ganta, we didn't just want to pass by Ganta. We always wanted to, spend 1 or 2 hours, take a rest, maybe do some bowling. But in the meantime, James Tapper is on it down that side, and he's in possession there. Elisa to decide to see it, and Nimba will enjoy themselves as the ball has been challenged for by Margibi. a long one forward. Ezekiel Vanny. And I wonder if Edwin Batterfoy is going to give us any word this afternoon. From the look of things, he's actually. But here is the irony of. I don't know what it's irony. I don't know what. I'm not a British guy. I'm making the effort to practice the British language. So I don't know if it's an irony or somehow. But he was born. His parents are from Lofa County, but he grew up throughout his life. He was born in Margibi County. The man whose voice you're going to be hearing is Edwin Batterfoy. Margibi are down by 2 goals to nil.
Yes, I've never seen in this picture that one side take a 3-0 lead and then at the end the score turn around. Again, it's the first time between these two counties to record a 3-goal score line. The score usually be 1-0 to 1, and then the second goal score by Nimba. They are first making in 1978. Nimba county won by the score line of 2-0, and the first time ever met in the final was in 2010 when Nimba won it. And the following year, Margibi revenge and won a victory. It became the most capable and toughest man in the county. But now there's now a change with the rival Rufa County to compete with Nimba. So now people say Nimba Rufa is the biggest feature. But Nimba and Margibi for almost 2 to 3 decades were the biggest county feature. A couple of miles rather between them. The men of the state is Sanigole. Margibi took down that minute lead. Desire see about the equal last one. Nimba in a one apiece in that match. Now to see a 3-0 lead for Nimba, I think if Margibi not be careful with Mercy, it's 6 or 7 goals in this game.
I don't think so.
And you test the history as far back as 1970 what?
1978, the Derby started. That game was Marshall territory, and then by then Nimba was accounted by April when they started in the county league.
And you know what, you know, 1978 I wasn't born.
And that's why every Batterfoy is a class in his own here at Inter Sports, and that's why we are into our sports club.
1978?
Yeah, he knows the history. Yeah, so as we are into our sports, and we will always give you what you told the coach of Margibi County.
Heard about one man.
One man, his name is Gonafato. Gonafato or Yenafato? Gonafato.
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 Whenever these two teams meet, what are not correct, in the same
one and a half feet in the finals of this year competition. Prince Lynch scored of the 4th goal, and you have got to say that all the goals have been coming because Margibi have been very unaware of their surrounding. Namobami beats Kolobani to the challenge here, area challenge, gets the ball down, Lynch picks it up or another error, 4 yards, so he could not miss from there. I mean, what an easy and simple goal to score. Nimba 4, Margibi 0, game over. For the second time I've said game over. I think at this moment I can feel the kind of mood the Margibians are in. Very, very frustrated. The players are, the defense is all over the place. Not concentrated. It's not a very bad Margibi team, very strong team. The meeting between these two sides in the group stage, but it doesn't look like the semi-final game for the moment. It looks like the senior team is practicing with the under 15 boys.
Take a look at the replay there. Let's take a look at this 4th goal. How the entire Margibi
Genesis with a free kick. Kolobani ran behind the defense. The right back on a yellow card gets one back from Margibi. It's Nimba for Margibi 1. Kolobani with the goal. After that, Cedric Genesis free kick. 5 goals.
Eddie, you're confident that Nimba, Margibi will turn the screws? It takes things around there. Is there a possibility?
I don't see that, but again, it's football. Again, possible become possible at times, but not this time around. Nimba who decide who has been excellent in this competition. So far, they have recorded the highest point among all the teams that are within this competition now.
Nimba, Margibi, Nimba, 4-1 up in this game. After this game, we see great Rampant rumbling against Great County. And the voice of Eddie Butterfly, who knows the history so much, maybe he's got something to tell us about that game. In the meantime, my bandits challenge, my bandit keeps saying for Nimba, my bandit still has it. They will have their own way. And it's just not logical then. I mean, the fact that you're leading doesn't mean you're going to keep holding it. You got to give it back.
But sometimes you want to wind the clock down, and the way to do it is to keep possession. But I tell you what, we were here on Sunday night. Was that Sunday?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and we saw Margibi and Grand Crew play up to a dull 0-0 game in which there were no chances created by other sides. But you know what? We've seen 5 goals in the space of just 20 minutes. 5 goals in 20 minutes. What that means is that, we are seeing 1 goal after every 4 minutes. When we sat here for 90 minutes, we did Grand Crew and Margibi. Now when they go, but we did not see anybody have a shot on target. So it brings us back to the realization that one day comment that the machine had manipulation in it. There were people that said no, there was no manipulation.
The machine had all set on the screens and what have you. Now they understand what
this is a serious game. We are seeing 4. On the average of a goal after every 4 minutes.
Yes.
But we started here for 90 minutes. We didn't even see a single attempt. Just attempt on target.
When we talked about it, there were people from Margibi, people from Grand Crew who said all the things they wanted to say about us are in down the screen. You could read all of what they had to say. For us, it's our game. We love it. We will do what we're able to do. But when we say this game lacks life and lacks zest, that's what we've been talking about. Now, in 20 minutes, what did you have? 5 goals.
I feel it's a disappointing start in the first half of Margibi County. Especially the user came game. Grand Crew game to come over shred, practice hard like the grand face, the tournament favorites. There's no argument about that. Nimba is one of the favorites when it comes to winning this competition this year. And then you're facing up them, they just go to a practice match or an agreement game, so on, they say so. Now you're down 4-1. I don't see a comeback possible in this game.
You never say never in football.
Yes, I do agree.
You never say never in football.
We're talking about the biggest football clash in the continent. It's between Margibi and Nimba. Margibi have won the competition 2 times and a team against Nimba. Nimba have won the 6th time 2 against Margibi. So it's not a surprise.
Maybe we have to change that rivalry and make it Maryland Nimba rivalry. Maybe Tiflis, will have to go to Maryland County. I'm just having fun, man. I'm just joking. Yeah, your fairness.
The flow of goals in a relatively short period of time. 5 goals in 20 minutes. 20 rampant minutes, if you want to describe it further. It takes away that the steam of the commentary. Yellow card to whom? Because number 26 quarterback is already booked. But the referee, Mr. Arthur Gilly, brandishes another yellow. I think it should be going to ban the number 13, because if it goes to Kolobani, the goal scorer for Margibi, then that will be a sending off. But I tell you what, the flurry of the goals coming in like that, like rain pouring down. And we are in dry season, by the way, even though it has rained in January.
Yeah, but in different kind of dry season, they haven't noticed.
Obviously.
And the rain has been
See, I'm must announce that the floodlights are already on. We never had an opportunity over the past years, 6, 7, 8 years or so, to see these sort of floodlights like this in the county meet. We are so grateful. I mean, it's after, what's the time till? It's just 15 past 6 and the floodlights are on. A wonderful scene for football. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I must say many thanks to the guys at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. The team headed by Go Bangalore, my friend. I don't know how Christian we are senior fares right now. I mean, this young man, he gave what? 3,000 USD to Margibi for their preparation at this level. And they found themselves 4-1 down inside 45 minutes. We're going to have 3 minutes about a time.
I mean, I know he's not happy, Christian Miller. A very strong football fanatic, very strong football figure.
President of
Is it Stitches?
Stitches? Yeah, Stitches FC. In the 3rd division, formerly in the 2nd division. Christian, we are president of which club? Just Stitches or senior female professional? Stitches. Yeah. He gave 3,000 USD. Did you know that? To Margibi.
Additional 500,000 would promise if they can get a win against Nimba.
Wow.
And they lost it. But we understand the
You don't say lost. The game is still on.
my investigation, we hear it even before this game. They have not paid their players. Yes.
Margibi?
Yes. And I think that's why we see this kind of result. Players are not motivated. And
but he gave 3,000 USD. And that was
organizer. They need to.
But that was on. Was that yesterday?
Means is that then you need to give the players what belong to them. Because if you don't, and all over the world, this symbolism of motivation, bro, they work for it, give it to them. They work for it, give it to them, find the money and give it to them. We've had situations like this when I was at Maryland, and when you raise issues, trust me, officials will come to you and tell you inciting players then. And that's the way administrators see it. When you try to back your players, some instances and say, you need to do that for a player, or they say you're inciting players. This accountability level I experienced it. In just a year past, I did experience this life. But they want you and the players to go and produce the results, go 5 or 7 goals. Yet, you the same coach who is leading the players to score 7, 8 goals. You the same coach who, when the players are asking for their money, they say you're inside the players.
But how much of influence does the coach have? How much of influence does the coach have
And the players who come to the coach
to pay
are the one leading us. You are not paying and not doing SYC to make us happy. And you are backing them. At one point in time, my coach said like in football. The players came up and said, I was secretly paid, the management wasn't paying me. And when you have that kind of situation, you put players in, they will not deliver.
all these are allegations?
I'm just saying.
All these are allegations.
Right? It's alleged that Margibi didn't pay their players, and I'm just trying to retrospect some of the things we go through as coaches.
Well, the 3 minutes of added on time is up. And at this moment, Margibi will be yearning for the first half whistle to go inside that dressing room, get a bottle of water, get air conditioning, relax the mind, and see as to whether they can come back and fashion something in the second half. I mean, it is so disappointing. It is really, really frustrating. Nimba scoring 4 goals in the period of Rampant 13 or was that 16 or 17 minutes? 4 goals in Rampant 17 minutes to give Nimba an unassailable 4-0 lead inside 29 minutes. Kolobali pull one back for Margibi. Big 45 minutes ahead as we look, but Nimba, this is a semi-final for them to lose.
Nimba counting, rolling over the place. Ganta is rocking as always in life, and they are here.
back to the second half. Margibi embarrassingly trailed Nimba by 4 goals to 1. Get us on the way in the second half, kicking from right to left in dominant green against Nimba in all blue with Red Sox kicking from left to right. 5 goals in 21st half minutes. We haven't seen that for a long period of time in this competition. Got us at this level. Liverpool, Margibi won. You have a Jim starter, get himself on the score sheet, looking for the pass. Telly Colley races for the line. Class up front. Theo Jacob and Evan Batafoyen are still here with me. And we played very nearly 60 seconds of the 45 minutes in the second half. Here is Theo.
Yes, on the night when Nimba is rumbling with Keita on the ball, we're just here to watch what they do. And I'm here alongside Edwin Batafoyen, football analyst and historian here at Intel Sports. We will rumble. What would on the ball? Yes, I hope that they can turn the table around this time around. But I think Margibi going to be the better side in the second half because they will be hungry for goal.
Okay.
If they do a tap then and leave chances at the back, Nimba will exploit those chances.
Yeah. You stop there and then the post carrot comfortably. That goalkeeper Terry Colley. A steady play for the national team will have ready for.
I think Edwin will help us. I think he's had some call-ups, but as he gone beyond that. Yes, I think what I wear, he may use as a substitute goalkeeper.
Okay. He has a bigger profile, better than Jimmy Double. Yeah, but he is linked.
For this competition, I think Jimmy Double will be the one choose the bigger double. He's a former winner. He has played every stage of the competition. Last year, he was with Margibi that won the third place. This year, he was Nimba heading to the final.
Yeah, here is Margibi forward pass, trying to play Blamo. Blamo goes to ground, play continue on Choice Howard. Dominant Margibi possession, aggressive Margibi in the second half. Momo, LPRS midfielder, brings in Frederick Dennis, checks his run, trying to turn it around. Mubani, Tapper goes to ground, wins the free kick. Now the delight of Margibians, but well, that's a free kick. A heavy hit. Frederick Dennis.
Are you aware that James Tapper also played for Margibi County 2 season?
You have to tell me.
He played for Margibi. When he left for that's all. He played for Margibi because back then he used to play for Susa in the 3rd division league in Margibi. So he was in Margibi. We gave him a name, Messi. But he doesn't play on his left foot. Does he?
I don't know much, but he wears number 10.
So where's number 10?
Talismanic player.
Eric Cantona wore number 10.
Eric Cantona.
He did. Did he wear number 10 or number 7?
Number 10, he went to number 7.
Yeah.
He wore 10 first.
The one thing I know is that number 10s and number 7s are fantastic footballers in world football.
Margibi coach, Wame, how do you call it?
It's a triple substitution. Yes, because there are allegations now in Kakatan that the goalkeeper stole the game. So now as we speak,
I'm watching the game.
yes, so the goalkeeper has been substituted. Telly Colley has been substituted because probably maybe the negative thinking, it's a counter mean. Telly, who was born in Nimba, from heavy living with Nimba County, came to town for a greener pasture, became a successful goalkeeper. So I'm not surprised with the kind of negative saying that people are saying.
Kelly Colley has been replaced by James Morris of Quincy FC in the 3rd division in the Margibi Sub-Association. On comes Solomon Carter, number 5, and also Albert Soiree of Chung Academy is being introduced by Coach Wame. And Margibi trailed Nimba by 4 goals to 1, and we play almost 50 minutes on the clock.
And then just be aware that the goalkeeper is 40 years of age. Dan Morris
goalkeeper from Margibi County.
Jim
Morris is 40 years of age.
Not true.
I'll be honest with you, I saw Morris the first time in a friendly match for Margibi County. His mother was in tears at the Nancy videos posted. Wow. So he's 40 years of age.
On the national stadium.
I'm heading downstairs to get a picture and keep it because I'm not. See the height, the profile, you see the age, you marvel. Did I tell you about Peter Putu, the chap who played for the talent development scheme, Liberia talent development scheme? Remember, he scored twice for Liberia in Egypt. Yes, I do remember. So we scouted him in Bamaville for Gifted Boys Football Academy. He went to Egypt. The parents were so shocked. Yeah, the young man was in Egypt, scored twice for Liberia, and people were asking Tifulas, how do you manage? But it's not me. I saw that kid somewhere. Me and my team officials, my CEO, we just scouted that kid. And there's another one of the same height, the same profile of almost Nathaniel Shemo, currently training with Watanga. So I'm not surprised. I think the scouts are doing well. Most of the guys into youth development are doing well. We are scouting. The one thing that we short of, and I have always said this, then the facilities we don't have.
Confirmation of those substitutions. Frederick Davis of Dean Mountain has been substituted for Kotu FC's Solomon Kalu.
Including Momo
Also off here. I mean, he's got a quiet Blando.
Yeah, man.
He off in the open 20 minutes.
He did a spark in this competition. Yeah. Yes, but again, people back home watching, it might not be cool with that substitution because the name Momo Blamo is a household name when it comes to the country name Margibi.
As a coach, you have to make a decision. You have a decision too. You're down 4-1.
Yeah, you're down 4-1. You need to make decisions.
Instead of penalty, you check is wrong. It goes the first time cross. Opportunity clear on the half volley. Basil will score twice with Tape. First time ball. There is Tape taking away 35 yards off from goal. Will he check his wrong? Yes, he does. He squares up a teammate over the first side. Opportunity for Nimba. Left for the delivery. He trying to tee up a teammate. And Margibi can get it away. The trade by 4 goes to 1. They need goals if you like. Somewhere, quickly, Margibi. It goes if you like. Somewhere, quickly, Margibi. Not lying down too easily in this competition. Here is Howard. Couple of steps over, losses the footing. But then regains it, trying to run around Hammer. Checks his run. Inside that red channel. Having some problem, trust Howard. Still does well. That's excellent football for the youngster. And then Horace joined in as the cross goes in. It's been challenged.
Then I tell you this, I am aware that the U20 coach Kopa Sana should be somewhere in the stands.